Did you know a company with revenues of $1 billion could be spending between $30 million to $70 million on document functions each year? Most organizations with unmanaged document programs have as much as 10 times the equipment they need to maximize productivity. The cost for printing a single page can vary from about 4 cents to 50 cents or more. Most companies can experience an immediate 20% reduction of costs with a well-conceived document management strategy. Document management is vital to any business. That's what we do. We are Perfect Output, helping Fortune 500 companies get a handle on their document flow, organize their production, and save money. John Walker founded Perfect Output in 1997. Walker had worked for Blue Cross Blue Shield for 26 years and saw firsthand that document production at most companies was jammed.
Most people don't realize that 3 to 7% of a company's revenue is tied up in documents. And that's the creation of documents, the storage of documents, the IT infrastructure, all the things, the paper, everything that goes into it is huge. And that's what we decided to specialize in.
Perfect Output distinguishes it from manufacturers of equipment, not by so much in placing devices in the customer's locations, but really looking at the customer's output needs, devices it actually needs to have in place, trying to minimize the amount of devices that it has deployed among its various buildings. So we focus on a reduction of devices as opposed to a lot of manufacturers who are paid. The more they put in, the more that they are paid.
We come in and identify what is making your environment dysfunctional, and we take what we see before us with all of our expertise and experience and try to allow you the ability to clean those areas up, to manage the process with our expertise in the background.
Walker knew that any entity, large or small, that cannot identify exactly how much it's spending on any part of its business has a problem. He found that 90% of companies cannot even estimate their document costs.
Those decisions are made in silos. Purchasing may have the responsibility for acquiring hardware or copiers or fax machines and so on. Someone else makes a decision in IT about what sets on the network, what they can and cannot do. Marketing makes decisions about looking at print with ad agencies and deciding what it is they're purchasing. And so it's just all throughout the enterprise. They're looking at it as individual departments. People are spending and they just don't have a clue what the cost happens to be.
What we can do is we come in and actually train employees and the management on how to utilize the machines that they have in place. For example, employees may decide that they need to print off a document to fax it. Well, Perfect Output can explain to them that that's an unnecessary task and that they're wasting additional time in doing that process, given that every document that comes out of a piece of equipment costs money. And so when there's papers that are sitting on your printer that you never go back and get, or papers that are sitting in the wastebasket because you printed it to read it, but you didn't need to send it or utilize it in any additional manner, that's wasteful spending, and that causes the company to have an abundance of money spent in areas that aren't necessary. So Perfect Output comes in and they identify those areas where you have useless spending.
Walker founded Perfect Output to provide solutions for these companies that would immediately result in a positive impact to their bottom line.
Well, most companies have too much equipment and the equipment is too big. Most of the companies are not even utilizing the full technology. And manufacturers get paid on print. The more you print, the better off it is. The difference with us is we try to figure out what people shouldn't be printing and therefore saving money.
Today, Perfect Output has grown to managing 30,000 printing devices across the country.
The reason we've grown so much is the fact that we're making people aware of the cost and what is being spent. And that's the biggest single reason, I think. And then based on the economy and people wanting to save right now, the bottom line is once you identify what the cost is and the solutions, you have every opportunity of growing your business and saving money for your client.
Perfect Output helped one company go from 7 cents per black and white page to 5 cents per page. This company was producing approximately 10 million pages of black and white documents per month. That's a savings of $200,000 per month. Another company went from 6.5 cents per black and white page to 3.5 cents per page. This company was producing approximately 23 million pages of black and white documents per month. That's a savings of about $690,000 per month. Perfect Output's business model is premised upon the belief that organizations can achieve the greatest efficiencies, quality, and worker productivity by managing the entire enterprise's document output programs as a coordinated strategy.
We had one customer that had somewhere in the neighborhood of 20,000 printers when we started, and some 4,000 copiers and a couple of thousand fax machines. That customer now has less than 10,000 printers, 1,500 devices, and no fax machines.
All departments generate documents, from direct mail to statements to mailing and imaging to off-site printing. Without a coherent management plan, waste can reach from tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars annually. Perfect Output has built its business by concentrating on 3 core competencies: outsourcing of document-related services, consulting services, and being an equipment provider. Outsourcing of document-related services includes copy center management, mail services, imaging services, and output device fleet management. Our consulting services include output device and document assessments and cost savings analysis. Perfect Output provides a fact-based review of the existing output devices in your environment. This assessment then allows you to develop an overall output device strategy to reduce costs and improve productivity. We'll evaluate the equipment capabilities, the service contracts, and the volume usage. Perfect Output usually recommends to reduce the number of devices by almost half. Savings are ongoing. For example, $100,000 per month is $6 million over a period of 5 years. Over time, service contracts can accumulate. Perfect Output can renegotiate contracts. As an equipment provider, we handle equipment ordering and management, training, service break fix, and customized invoicing and billing. Unlike some companies, Perfect Output does not represent a specific line of equipment. We remain equipment neutral, but have strategic partnerships with the most reputable document outsourcing providers. Often, companies are persuaded to overbuy, and they end up owning equipment with bells they'll never ring and whistles they'll never blow. Manufacturers make money selling ink, while Perfect Output is in business to manage those costs.